Hey everyone, it is Andrew with Elevated Audio. This is my 2024 Installer of the Year submission video. For those of you who don't know, I've been doing this for the last 21 years. I've been with Elevated Audio for 10 years now. I started the company back in 2013 and just been rolling ever since. The biggest challenge I've had to overcome in the past year has really been time management. With it being me just by myself, it is easy to let jobs get away from me. If something else comes up or something like that, it's been really difficult for me to stay on track or really just get started. Right? That's probably the biggest thing. It's easy once I'm in it. Once I get started, everything flows very, very well. But it's that moment of, oh shit, this car's due in a few days and I need to get this done, or else I'm gonna look bad to the customer. I don't want to have to ask for more time. So, but knowing that it's just me and I have the freedom to work a full 24-hour shift if I really need to, I feel like having that unlimited freedom to do whatever the hell I want is a detriment to me and my sleep schedule towards the deadline. It's called procrastination, and I do it quite well. But that's been my biggest challenge. What I've done to try to mitigate its negative impact on me is really just get the shit done. Once a car shows up, just start working on it. Again, like I said, once I'm working, it's hard for me to stop working. I hyper focus on things. So that's been my biggest challenge. I'm sure somebody else shares that with me. My customers, how would they describe me? I really have their best interests in mind. I talk more customers out of doing business with me than I try to take on. And I also talk them out of certain stuff that I feel is not going to meet their expectations. So I am their biggest advocate for their wallets and their vehicle. If somebody brings a very nice Porsche to me and insists that I sound deaden the whole thing and take it apart, and let's say it's a GT3 RS, and I'm using this because it's a real life example, I tried so hard to talk him out of sound deadening that whole car, but he just wanted to do it. So would I do it? No. Will it hurt the resale value of that car? Probably. So I think about those things, and at the end of the day, the customer wants what they want. So who am I to disagree? But I do give my opinion on things that the client may not realize at the time. Like, oh, I didn't think about that. So yeah, I would say my customers would definitely believe that I have their full I care about them and I care about the project. I can't think of the word right now, but I have their best interests in mind. That's it. My installation specialty is really trying to get everything looking as OEM as possible. I don't really try to do too much flashy stuff, but when I do, I really push myself to that limit of my capabilities. I push my tools as far as they can go, and I try to share that with everyone on social media as well. So I would say that being able to tell a story through my work on social media, that's something I'm really good at. And that's how I've grown my channel. I've almost doubled the audience over the last year just with the videos that I'm putting out. It's not many, but they represent what I do and my philosophy of keep it simple. And I think rolling into point number 5, what I want my customers to remember about the installation aspect of my service. Every year I've done this, I've always said I don't want them to even realize it's there, right? This year I'm going to change it up a little bit by just saying that I want them to remember that they chose me for a reason, and they could rest easy knowing that I did it to the best of my ability, and if I screwed something up, they have me to call. They could come right back down and I got them taken care of. I'm not perfect and I make mistakes, and as long as they know that, and as long as they work with me on that to allow me to fix my own mistakes, I want them to rest assured that they made the right choice by coming to me. The industry professionals that have had the biggest influence on me over the years, there have been a lot, and like my good friend, like I've kind of gone dark over the last year. I haven't really reached out. You didn't see me at Knowledge Fest last year. You didn't see me at Mobile Solutions, Master Tech. I had my head down this last year, and I really didn't socialize too much with everyone. So I do apologize about that. So these influencers are from years past, and so it's people like John Schwartz, and there's Brian Schmidt. There's there's Phil Cantu. He's a good guy. Aaron Awane. Really, my previous team, I still keep in pretty close contact with. I talk to John quite a bit, not so much about audio, more about watches, as you know. He's a watch guy. But all these guys, Dan Ongaro, he's right down south from here now. He's pretty close. The owner of EAS down there, Timothy. Everyone who really shares kind of that passion for customer service are people that I try to kind of network with. All the guys at Musicar, like your work's still top notch, and I will not achieve that level of quality or attention to detail. So there's something to be respected there, and you guys do amazing work. So kudos to you guys. And I know there's a lot of other shops out there that do great work as well. I'm just basing on the names, and I didn't make a list. I didn't want this to be like a thank you, blah, blah, blah. Like I just won an award. If I move on to the next round, maybe I will do that. But everyone, I really appreciate everyone's input to me over the years. I wouldn't be here without Mobile Electronics Industry Awards and having Knowledge Fest really connect me with all these people that I know now. Like if I just stayed in my silo like I have the last year, for every year leading up to this point, I wouldn't be where I am. So I do appreciate everyone for helping me get to this point, and without you, I'd probably still be working out of the back of my car. Let's see, why should I be part of the top 50 installers? That goes back to my commitment to the customer service. Again, that's what I said in my last video about the retailer of the year. But really, that's what matters most to me, regardless of if it's on the sales side or on the installation side. People are business, right? Like I wouldn't have a business if it weren't for other people. Whether it be customers or previous employees or partners or distributors, we all work together, and that is my biggest takeaway. Like that's the relationships in this industry are what matter most, and for me, the customer relationship is the most important. So just know, if you do choose me for the top 50, that you're choosing somebody who puts the customer above all else, and I will be their advocate every step of the way, and then I'm also here when I make mistakes. So yeah, I don't know if that qualifies for anything, but that is what Andrew Woodward brings to the table. Let's do a little walkthrough of my work area now. So let's do that, and then that's something else. Before I leave, I got 30 seconds. I achieved finally my master MECP after 21 years of doing this. This last year I was like, I'm gonna become MECP Master Certified Technician, and I set off and I did it. It took me a couple months just because I wanted to do it a little bit at a time, but super fulfilled when I got that certificate. I'm like, yes, finally. So I am, even though I'm been quiet, and I am still pushing myself to be the best I can be. See you guys.